So I guess that leads me into like, how do you think that people can use social media effectively?
I would say with having boundaries in place, um, because I think if you don't, you can easily get wrapped up in that, and just purchasing stuff or just doing stuff or putting everything out there because it becomes a habit,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the more you do it, the more you want to do it, the more you're just sharing, 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 oversharing. And even if you're in business, I do still think there should be boundaries. There should be things that are off limits or times when you're not filming or
Yeah.
like there
Mm-hmm.
needs to be times when you draw the line. So I definitely would say I think that coming up with a plan on why you on here, what are you using it for, having boundaries, maybe setting time limits. Um,
I think being mindful of the, I guess, the standard you're setting for yourself on there. Like, I know me personally, I can only speak really from my own personal social media experience. I feel really like, I don't listen, I ain't gonna say I ain't had what would now be considered maybe a crash out once or twice, like way back in the day.
what do you mean
Like,
by crash
I
out?
just mean like where maybe I was, dealing with somebody and they was
When you said
like,
something.
and I'm just on there and I might have been posting, a couple extra posts that day and a couple extra motivated, things that day. Like, well, when people and all of that, like I definitely had a couple of those, but nothing too crazy. But I try to just, I mean, I'm always going to be me. So you're like, people going to get all sides. They're going to get the personal, they're going to get the mom side, they're going to get the
Yeah.
business side. But for me personally, it's important for me, from who I am, my image, my reputation, to be a good one. And I feel like it's easy for people to do the opposite of that on social media. And I've seen it where I've seen people just make these crazy posts and then they go coming at their kids parent, other parent,
Oh,
or they
just
airing out
embarrassing themselves.
family dirty
Okay.
laundry, just arguing with what, and it'd be like, that this could be handled.
Differently,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think you need to have self-control in any arena,
Mhm.
but definitely on a public platform, you need to have self-control in things that are private, let them be private.
Yeah.
Like that's not